I'm sorry to hear that, Ivan. But I saw that you're making a thing, right?
What thing?
You're making a workshop.
Uh, yeah, I will do a workshop at Wednesday.
Okay. I look forward to seeing your workshop. Okay, let me just give an
Thank
update on
you.
myself real quick. So I'm here in Jogja to essentially do for Squad 3 what I did for Squad 1. So Squad 3 has a bit of a leadership gap, and they're running behind, and there's a lot of discontent on the team about how things are being managed. So I'm here for the next few days just to get the squad in line. I believe Nung Lee asked for my presence on the 19th, so I plan to get back on the 19th to get back on Bali. But if I can change that meeting around, then I might stay longer in Jogja. Today's all hands. I've asked Bayu to host, so he'll essentially host it from Bali, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Okay, let's go ahead and get started here. So, oh yeah, I'm a little bit fucked right now because my Trello doesn't open because I got signed out of the Bukit Vista account. Did
Halo.
anybody else have that issue?
Ya gimana?
Okay, anyway, here.
I think the password changed because I got signed out too.
Okay.
Aku kurang tahu
All right.
detailnya
So
kalau
I think we'll need Bayu to get us access to sign back into all these different
Ya, senior ya.
accounts.
Datanya udah ke-soften.
All right, let's go ahead. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at our OKR board, ladies and gentlemen, and we'll begin here. On the first
Oh,
point of
gitu.
data, this is
Kalau
the
dia
higher
pembayarannya pakai apa?
to booking rate. Okay.
Nggak tahu juga ya. Orang
Okay,
lagi
let me
libur.
come back around to this
Lagi
because
pacaran dia.
Ivan's on a phone call right now, and
Itu
then
yang
we'll go
bikin
to the
PR.
second point right now.
Mas Kes ada ini. Bisa coba telepon deh. Ini dia lagi di itu meeting.
Okay.
Iya, ini Big Luna hampir selesai nih gitu.
Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at the second point of action, which is the existing villas and new properties. So I've updated. Should we do that on paper, Trello card, or no? Chris Jing, I updated activities on new business. Should we do this on paper, this Trello card, or no reporting required? I believe we should. Okay, let's answer Nung Lee. Can we ping? But Nung Lee's already in Bali, right? So I'm not sure why she's not in this meeting. Can we go ahead and ping Nung Lee Chris, Mr. Secretary, see what she meant by that? I believe the reporting should just be done right here on this document right here, right? Because that's essentially what we're looking at. Okay, so my apology, team. I have not updated the newest revenue figures for where we are on Squad 1. If I may, I can probably open BV Stats and take a look at where we are really quickly. And I'll split the screen so we can see both sides. As we're waiting for that to load, I'll continue with the meeting. So let's take a look at. Oh, okay. Alvin's back online again. Alvin. All right. Let's go back up to this particular point: higher inquiry to booking conversion rate. What's the update on this particular project? Alvin, you're muted.
Okay, so it's not started. We just when is the last time? I think it's Saturday.
Okay.
Actually, I hope that we started today for the petrol like that
Okay,
and check it
very good.
one by one. But my hands kind of full right now
Got it.
with this some issue. So I hope that I can start later this afternoon.
Okay, got it.
If all
Given Alvin, just as quick question. Given your current responsibilities as air support,
Yeah.
what is your bandwidth like to manage this project at the moment?
half and half actually. So it's
Okay,
pretty much
understood.
yeah.
Can I ask maybe if we can get Eva to help you with just some regular air support duties? Do you think that they should be able to assist?
Well, that's really helpful.
Okay,
That's really
got it.
helpful.
You're coming on Wednesday, right, to Bali?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. I would suggest that maybe as an idea, try to delegate half of your air support duties to Eva, and that way it frees up a little bit more of your bandwidth to do this project, which is going to help us to get to our revenue goals in a more meaningful way. Okay, any other frictions on your side, Alvin?
As of now, no, it's just about my time management
Okay,
for the last few days.
understood. Okay, let's try to get better at that then, yeah. And let's try to delegate and use. We got quite a lot of people coming in, by the way. By August, we'll have maybe up to, I don't know, 6 or 7 new people from the internship program. This is why I'm here too as well. So the earlier you can think of like duties you'd like to offload, the earlier we can just start preparing for giving the new people some new work to do. All right, let's take a look at the Squad 1 existing villas and new properties. Ah, shit, I haven't logged in yet. Okay, La Jolla Integration. La Jolla Integration is still being championed by Nung Li. Well, there's 3 champions on this. Okay, so let me talk to Chris. Chris, what's the update on the La Jolla Integration?
No update so far.
Okay.
The update
Yes.
so far is. I know. Nengli is now meeting with Celine.
Oh, she's meeting with Celine right now.
Yes.
Like.
10 a.m. on Monday. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay, sounds good. And I believe is the company aware of your new reservation SLA for La Jolla?
Yes, I already sent.
Announced it, yeah?
Broadcast.
Okay. I would suggest, Chris, that we can go ahead and pass that as a new reservation SLA today at the all hands, and that way, it won't just like fly by, but it will be written in company ledger. Okay, great. Thank you very much. All right, so let's take a quick look. I think the data is finished loading on each of our on each of our area revenues. So back over here, we're planning to have in Balangan, we're planning to have, let's see, 40,000, 41,000 up here. Let's see where we actually are in Balangan. In Balangan, we're at 15. 15 is not too much actually moved from the last measurement. So I think in this particular case, we don't have enough availability, and we already know that. So far I have not shifted where I think the Balangan catch-up is going to come from. Let me just ask really quickly to the team. Does anybody know of any new property that can help do the catch-up for Balangan? So we're not going to achieve basically the Balangan target based on the progress that we're making so far. But is there any new opportunities where we can shift that target and like into a newer or different property? Okay, does anyone have any ideas? I have 2. I just asked that as a rhetorical question. I think Villa Chantique is up. Is Villa Chantique up yet?
No, not yet. Philadelphia
Okay.
will be up around 19 or 20.
Okay, got it. Thank you, Yvonne, for contributing. What's that new one? Villa Bonos or Villa Bodas?
Who about us? I think
It's Jimbaran, I think.
Wait, excuse me. Let's go to Alvin. Alvin, go ahead and speak.
Is Protas from in Jimbaran area?
Okay, so this is the point, Alvin. We can't meet the quota from
Oh.
Balangan because there's not enough availability, right? So we're going to need to get this quota shifted to a different area. So I think Jimbaran and Ungasan are the biggest opportunities now because they have the newest number of
Villas.
of large villas. Okay, so what I'd like to do is just a live update then. What I'd like to do is I would like to reduce this goal by, let's say, 10,000, right? So what I'm going to try to set is we're going to reduce this goal by 10,000 and call this 31,274. Now, this is already still far away. We're still about halfway away. And then the catch-up now becomes, let's see, 31,000 minus 15. So the catch-up is about 16 so far. So that reduces the catch-up that we want to do in, in which area, Chris?
Balangan.
All right, in Balangan. So I know these numbers aren't exact, but I just don't want to take up too much time doing the math there. Okay, so then we need to add it to another region. Can we agree to add it to Jimbaran's already over, right? Jimbaran's over, and I added 6,000 already to Jimbaran. Can I add maybe 10,000 to Ungasan? So what I'm going to do is I'd like to make the Ungasan target 27,826. And then that moves, because on Ungasan, we're almost there. Let's see if we actually catch up. We're about 4,000 away. So then the new catch-up for Ungasan becomes, well, okay, it's 10,000 more, right? It becomes 14,000.
But what's the update?
Let's see. But I'm moving it to Ungasan because I think in Ungasan we have far more opportunities. We have Villa Kyle, we have Maharaja, we have Dekutu, and we have Akilia, all which have a lot of availability. So we have no availability in Balangan. It doesn't make sense to set the goal target there. We have availability at Ungasan, and then I think that's an area we can work on. Okay, so do I have a second on this? Okay, it's been seconded by Chris. Let's go ahead and look at the math and see if this will actually work out, right, before we have any further discussion. Okay, so now back to Balangan. We're about 16,000 away from our target in Balangan. In Bingen, the target is 91,000, and currently in Bingen, we are at, let's see, Ivan, how much are we at in Bingen?
What, sir?
What's our current progress in Bingen for the revenue match?
For the target?
Yeah.
Or
For how far we're along on the revenue progress for Bingen?
5.057?
Yes, we're at 55. Okay, so we can put that up here. We're at 55. Okay, Mr. Secretary, please go ahead and put that number in. Okay, we can just use round numbers here. I don't need it to be exact, right? If it's within the nearest 1,000, that's fine. And then, Mr. Secretary, go ahead.
So our target will be 91 or 60?
86. The
86, yeah.
new target is 86. I've moved the 5,000 last time from Bingen to Jimbaran. Okay? So now it's 55,000. And I just need the difference from 86 to 55. I believe that will be 31.
Yes.
Okay, all right. So we're 31,000 away from our target in Bingen, which is still pretty far, but hopefully that's a little bit more realistic. Mr. Secretary, I don't need you to delete the other target. I just need you to add below the previous target. So if you can go, if you can undo that. Yes, I need you to add it on the bottom because we're still keeping the original target at the top. We're just adding a second line for the revised target. Okay. The revised target is now 31. Okay, great. So let's go ahead and take a look at Jimbaran. Jimbaran is our darling this year. So Jimbaran, the original target was 9,000. We had already exceeded the Jimbaran target last time, 10,000, 10,005. Let's see where we are in Jimbaran. And let me go to Alvin. Alvin, where are we in Jimbaran?
Pardon me, sir. I'm kind of lost it.
Okay, that's what I asked. I wanted to see if everyone was with me. So, what's our progress this month in Jimbaran in terms of our revenue achievement in Jimbaran?
Well,
It's right here. It's on my screen.
12,000, eh? This
Yeah,
one?
12,700. Okay, Mr. Secretary, please update that. We're at 12,700. Okay, the new target for Jimbaran is 15,000. So then the new shortfall is how much? 3,000. Okay, great. I think we can add a little bit more to Jimbaran. So I'm going to set a new target again for Jimbaran. We're going to go past 250% increase in Jimbaran, which is astounding. So, okay, the new target I'd like to set is I'd like to take 10,000 off of the Bingen target. So instead of 86, we're going to shoot for 76. I'll go ahead and make that above for the Secretary. So the Secretary needs to only update for Jimbaran. So I'll reduce the Bingen target to 76,411, and I will move then the difference, the catch-up, to Jimbaran. Okay, I'll move the catch-up to Jimbaran. Oh, it's okay, Mr. Secretary. Just let me work on the Bingen part. You can work on the Jimbaran part. Then now the catch-up is what? What is 12,000? Yes, that's in Bingen.
Yeah.
And then to Jimbaran, what is our new catch-up? Is 25,000. This number, 25,000 minus 13,000. Okay, so we've essentially allowed Jimbaran and Ungasan to borrow some of the targets from Bingen and Balangan. And this, yeah, I think this is where we're going to make our money, gentlemen. Villa Chantik, Rumah Pertama, Puja, NH residents. These are the ones that are going pretty strong right now, and also have a lot of capacity. So this is where I expect to make actually to catch up. Okay, fantastic. And then in the next area, which is Unglasan, Unglasan is, let's see, let's go over to Ivan real quick. Ivan, what is the Unglasan income this month?
$14,038.
Okay, 1438. So, Mr. Secretary, let's go ahead and put 1438 for Unglasan. And 1438 minus subtracted from 27,000 is how much? Yeah, it'll give a negative number, but that's fine. 13,000, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, 13,788. Okay, that's the catch up that we have on Unglasan. Let's take a look in Nusa Dua. I'll go to. Oh, hey, Deba, welcome in. How you doing, Deba?
Good, sir. Thank you.
Fantastic. Deba, what's our progress in Nusa Dua this month? Go ahead and take a look at the number for June and tell me what the number is.
20,000.
Okay, 20,000, 20,174. All right, we've already exceeded the target in Nusa Dua. Okay, so, all right, since Nusa Dua has exceeded the target, let me take, I don't know, let me take another, I don't know how much space we
don't
have.
think so.
I know we have too much space in Nusa Dua, so let's just move another 2,000. Is that, no, let's do this. I'd like to move another 2,000 from Bingen to Nusa Dua. So can I get a second on that? Okay, seconded. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to reduce the Bingen target now from 76 to 74,000. Can the secretary make that change? So the secretary will reduce the Bingen target by 2,000 from 76 to 74. And then we will put the 2,000 now on Nusa Dua. And I think the good news is we're already halfway there for the new target. Okay, very good. So the new target for Nusa Dua is 22,000. And we have reached 20,000, and perhaps the secretary could tell us how far behind are we? We're $2,000 behind, $2,042 behind on that. Okay, great. So that's the progress, ladies and gentlemen, on how Squad 1's doing. So what we're doing right now is we're doing some load balancing. Load balancing is when you set an original target and you see you can't meet, what other areas can help you carry that load? Does this all make sense for people? Okay, great. Fantastic. So this allows everybody who works in each region to know what the new targets are and know where we have agreed to shift the markers. Okay, let's go into the rest of it. Okay, thank you everyone for putting up their OKRs. This is good. Let's go back up to the Trello. Okay, so that's pretty much it. I think we covered all the information on the Trello board, so I'm going to move now and close the Trello board, and then I'll go to the OKR paper. So on the OKR paper, which is, where do you go? Where did you go? Sorry for wasting people's time. Okay. Oh, just an update to Deba. Deba, I'm doing leadership training for Squad 3 right now, so I should probably be here until the 19th.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. Nunley's asked me to come back on the 19th and meet a guest. I might come back later because Squad 3 needs some improvement in leadership. Panuki is back on probation again, and he's not squad lead. I'm squad lead, and Panuki is essentially a trainee for squad lead. But we actually might pick out a new squad lead after this. Panuki currently focuses on market building, community management, and university relations, and squad lead has been delegated to me. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at the new updates on Squad 1. I'm so sorry, this is loading, and this is so slow. Let's take a look and see what's going on. Okay, on market building, I think we can delete this. The longhouse basically is setting up with high prices. We've all agreed that the prices are high, so that is just, all right, FYI. Mr. Secretary, please go ahead and delete that. Oh, already. Oh, okay, it's just taking a while to update now, I think. Sorry, yeah. Sorry, my thing is still loading, so it takes a little bit longer to reflect the changes. The next item of conversation, discussion about the lockbox. Okay, Alvin, can I go to you? Is there an update on the lockbox situation at Mujimba?
Not yet.
Okay.
I don't think Langley already met the owner for this one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's keep it on old business and let's see where we are when Lindley's back. On La Jolla, new deal updates. Bayou's creating a dashboard, shows historical booking pace. Great. Okay, great. Since we're still on this topic, I'll leave it on old business. Yes? And then the next one is, okay, thank you. Nungli cannot join today's sync up. I'm not sure what this meant. Was it today, this week, or today, last time? But Mr. Secretary, let's please go ahead and delete that. Cross2 has signed the MOU. Revenue needs to map base and promo rates. Nungli and Chris will work on this. Chris, what's the update on this? Chris, I need an update on the Cross2 MOU and the following update on the base and promo rates for Cross2. No update. Okay, if there's no update, then we keep that on. Villa Chantique, there's a total of, oh yes, Alvin, was that you raising your hand? Oh, okay. All right, Villa Chantique, there's a total of 9 listings. Great, launch in tranches starting on June 19th, 2 listings at a time. Nungli has contacted Yvonne with the on-site team. Great, we'll keep that on as old business until we start seeing the launches. Great. Yvonne is sending out checkout messages by the time they check out of the villa. Alvin, okay, there's a what's up farewell. Right. Will be tabled for SLA approval on the 18th of June. Today's already the 17th. Did we do a miscalculation of our next meeting? I think we did, right? Because tomorrow's the 18th and we don't have a meeting tomorrow. So let me go ahead and just put this on the floor. Yvonne, would you like to state your motion?
Yes, I motion to make sending a checkout message to be an SLA for the hospitality team.
Okay, fantastic. Do I have a second for Yvonne's motion? Okay, Chris is seconded the motion. Is there any discussion? Okay, since there's no discussion, then we'll just go to the vote. All in favor of Yvonne's motion for the farewell message, please vote now. Okay, it passes unanimously. All right, fantastic. Mr. Secretary, this is now part of our squad level SLAs under hospitality. So please move that from old business to squad level SLAs for hospitality. Squad SLAs, it's up at the top. All right, Mr. Secretary, just make a note that you will move this to squad SLAs, yeah? And that way we can proceed with the rest of the meeting. All right, Nungli has an update for everyone on revenue. Mujimba is 178 from projections. Rumah Pertama is 6% over June projections. Not anymore. We've extended the goal line for all these properties. Okay, so essentially all these properties are carrying more weight than they used to, but this was an update from Nungli on how they did according to the initial projections that we had for June. Villa Olala is just coming online. Anybody know if we got a booking yet for Olala?
Yeah, we already got the first booking.
First booking, all right, that's awesome. For when, Chris?
July, some dates.
Okay. Who's managing the revenue on Olala? Nobody. I will volunteer to manage the revenue on Olala because I think we could start raising the price. That is definitely more than a 350 villa. We just wanted to get the first booking. Now we have the first booking, and then I think we can start pricing at the appropriate price. July and August should do very, very, very well for the property. Okay, great. And then we can push our Nusa Dua figures up to again. La Jolla Bubu, okay, as proceeding as before. Celine's meeting with Nungli, Villa Chantique, Puja. Okay, I need an update on Puja. What are we doing on Puja? Is this like yellow zone, red zone, green zone? I need the update to come from Yvonne first. Yvonne, where are we doing on Puja? Is this a valuable property or are we having problems with it?
Yeah, we are having a problem because there's no dynamic pricing and their price at booking.com is cheaper, but me and Nungli will meet the owner at Tuesday at 11 a.m. to talk about
so there is a meeting time. Good. Okay, fantastic. Thank you very much, Yvonne, for the update. All right, Village Antique not launched yet. Okay, and then, look, if you guys want to, what's this Maharaja residence update weekly on Trello? I think Nungli's just directing if you want to see the updates on the market building funnel, please look on Trello for the updates.
No, I think this one is update from me because Nungli asked something about Maharaja, then this is my response.
Okay.
I can do it.
Okay, Mr. Secretary, please delete that as a matter of old business. Let's continue. All right, community management. Community management still meets every week from 4 to 5. So if you're interested in community management, please attend. Rafik, okay, Shankara. Once again, can somebody just ask Rafik? Okay, I'd like to nominate Gigi. Gigi, can I nominate you to speak to Rafik about when the low season prices apply for Shankara? This thing's been on. Okay. Do you accept the nomination, Gigi?
Yeah, I do accept the nomination.
Okay. Thank you very much, Gigi. Mr. Secretary, can we say that we've sent Gigi over to speak with Rafik and update us on when exactly is the low season pricing? All right. Diba has launched Villa Bodas, and Villa Bodas has gotten 3 or 4 bookings already. Is that correct? Who is the revenue management on Villa Bodas? Okay. I'd like to nominate who can
I volunteer for.
Okay. All right. Chris has volunteered, and I accept his volunteer. Chris will be the revenue manager on Villa Bodas. And Villa Chantique. We should decide on Villa Chantique too as well. Who will revenue management Villa Chantique? I'll nominate myself. So go ahead, Chris, just to indicate that Villa Bodas will be managed by you, and Chantique will be managed by Jing. Let's go ahead and do this. Can we tag each person, Mr. Secretary, after this meeting on the PRM?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So the Secretary will tag Bodas with Chris and Chantik with Jing on the PRM, so it'll be clear who the revenue management is. Yes, Gigi, thank you for joining us. So, auto payment registration problem. The payment routing is broken. Auto pay issues are on the following profiles. Is there an update on that, Gigi? Gigi, your microphone is muted.
Sorry, yeah. So, not yet, sir.
Okay.
So we have notified Clara, and Clara didn't reply your message yet.
Oh, right, yes. I need a reply, right? Because they got back to us on that. Fantastic. Gigi, can I ask for an update? I understand that random payout deductions don't happen anymore. That the payout deductions will happen only to the account that is been routed. Is that correct?
It's not applied yet, sir,
Oh,
because the random detection is still going on,
Okay.
and I noticed, yeah.
Can you put that notification for Airbnb as a matter of new business? Because I do want to read that exactly. I want to bring it up to the team of how they corrected the or how deductions now. You remember the thing you showed me, right? That now deductions will happen from the account where the deduction should go. So the way I understood it was that cancellations for a property won't affect a different property now. That cancellations and refunds will affect only the property that has been affected. It'll be targeted to only that property that the cancellation.
Yeah, that's true. That's what they promised, but I cannot see that it's happening now. So it's still, random detection is still going on.
Okay.
But to prevent that, I think we already have the SLA with the company SLA, the one that I floored on the last all hands. So I think that's sort the problem for now.
Okay, great. So this FYI has been here for about 3 weeks. I think we can just go ahead and delete it, and Mr. Secretary, and then we'll go on to new business now. Okay, let's go into the new business for community. Rafik proposed for, we already talked about this. So for owners that don't answer the surveys, the host will need to follow up, and Gigi will need to notify the host. Rafik will set up a community management dashboard. Okay, so this discussion was a follow-through from what we had spoken about before. Mr. Secretary, can you write that Rafik will ask Bayou how to set up a community management dashboard? So my vision for community management in the future is this. If you'll take a look at my screen, currently for every chapter, hospitality, reservations, for hosts, for market building, there's automated updates on the status of each chapter's KPIs. But for community management, we just have these old surveys that the owners took whenever, a long time ago. My vision is in the future that the surveys will be updated live and we can see across our community how many people answered the survey, how many people didn't answer the survey, who did not answer the survey, and what is the score from the people who did answer the survey, right? So the current updates on community management are not live. I think these are from like January or some other time. So we do need to have live feeds updated. In the meantime, if there is a property that has not given us a survey, then I need Gigi to notify The hosts, this property has not returned a survey. Can you go there and manually get a survey done? Gigi, do you accept that nomination?
Yes, sir. I accept the nomination.
Okay, fantastic. Thank you very much, Gigi. I'm going to try to automate this so that in the future the hosts will just be able to find out themselves. But for the meantime, you're the only person who knows, I guess, if the based on the what do you call it, the owner saver attached to the finance report. Okay, so this I think we can move to old business now, Mr. Secretary. So we can move this entire thing. Yeah, we've already just discussed it. Actually, you can just move anything to old business after we've addressed it. Okay, Alvin will work on with Yvonne on the house rules project. Okay, Yvonne, do you have a Trello card for your house rules project?
Not yet, sir, but I used the paper that was made by Alvin.
Okay. Oh.
But we'll make a Trello board soon.
Okay. I think, Yvonne, right after this meeting, maybe you can make a Trello card and just put it on the Squad 1 OKRs for this month. That way, that's where we find out updates on project. Because right now, I'll have to ask you. So, what's the update on the project, Yvonne?
Yeah, so far, so far I have found some places that still don't have house rules, right? Like NH, Bahagia, and then some other properties, like Kampatu.
Okay.
And I've already filled some at the ops template framework that was being made by Alvin.
Okay.
So I will update it on the Trello card.
Okay, great. Do we have a design yet?
Not yet.
Okay. Do we have a priority table for how we're going to deploy these out yet?
Yes, the priority table was included in the ops template framework.
Okay, fantastic. Very good. Yvonne, I'd like to amend your project with one small addition. Can you, at the same time, deploy the Malali acrylic stands as well?
Yeah. Yes, I can.
Okay, very good. Thank you. Okay, let me just motion for that. So I motion to amend Yvonne's project, and I'm asking Yvonne to also add the Malali deployment out too as well. And that way, yeah, we can see if this motorbike project works. And Yvonne has agreed. So let's go ahead and just append that, Mr. Secretary, that Yvonne will deploy a Malali stand at each property that he puts the house rules down. Okay, great. Thank you, Yvonne. Appreciate that. All right, Alvin will create a framework for ops template. Okay, this keeps on coming back. I don't know why. Okay. On reservations. Alvin, the update on that is that it's already done, right?
The basics is pretty much done, so we just need to go with Ivan.
Okay,
and the other
fantastic.
house.
Let's go ahead and move that to old business. I believe, they've enlisted the help of the 2 trainees as well. So, great. Project committee to help. Oh, right. Project committee to help Alvin move to a higher conversion rate. Alvin, were you satisfied with the discussion that we had?
Yes, I'm pretty much satisfied. I get a framework for that.
Okay,
just
fantastic.
It's sometimes.
Okay, great. So let's go ahead and just delete that from the entire board. We already know that that's happened. So we no need to put it to old business because that has already been completed. Went to new business, and that's it. Okay, that's pretty much the end of the meeting. Let's go ahead and take a look at who will be the. Oh, we've decided alphabetically, right? So the next meeting will be conducted by Chris, and the next secretary after K is J K L M N O P Q. It's Alvin. What? Or
Really? And
N. Okay. Chris will be the next chair, and Nung Lee will be the next secretary. And the next meeting will be held on the 19th. Yeah?
Yes.
Okay, fantastic. Very good. Okay, I motion to adjourn.
Sorry.
Oh, yes,
Sorry.
Alvin.
Maha or Nangli?
Oh, right. Maha, that's right. So the next secretary will be Maha. Thank you very much for the correction. Okay, I motion to adjourn the meeting. Do I have a second? Okay, it's been seconded. Okay, meeting adjourned. I'll post the video up on YouTube on the meeting index. Thank you very much. I'll see you all at the all hands. Today I've delegated my all hands to Bayu. Bayu will be leading the all hands from Bali. Okay? All right. See you guys. Bye-bye.